full 10 for the match. There it is. It's a 4-1 set victory for Luke Littler against the man who once played his granddad many moons ago.
Okay. Yeah, huge day of darts yesterday, and it's another big night to come. Luke Humphries, the defending champion, in action against Peter Wright. There's been plenty said between those two. How will that one unfold? We will find out. We're live here on talkSPORT 2 at the Alexandra Palace. Mark Wilson in the chair, Paul Nicholson and Chris Mason alongside us as ever. Chaps, how are you doing? Good day this afternoon, certainly for Callan Rydz and Jeffrey de Graaf.
Yeah, and listen, Callan Rydz was the star of the show for me. He was unbelievable in the initial 3 sets of that match. Had a little bit of a wobble to get over the line, but absolutely blitzed Dimitri van den Bergh. It was a mature display, something that we've not seen. Listen, we've seen an 107 average from him, but that was in a different context. Today, Nico, that was special.
It really was. Explosive set play, really good focus. He's got confidence in everything he's doing at the minute. He's so happy. And this is great to see, because over the last few seasons, his self-esteem, his confidence has been in severe question. But it's great to see him when he's at his best. He's been to the quarterfinals before. It shouldn't be a shock that he can do this. And maybe we can accuse him of not doing it as often as he can. Yeah,
his demeanour was top-notch, and he's got this newfound, right, I'm going to play it this way. Players like him and Michael Smith, the moment they try, it's over. They're done. Their throws have to rely on effortless fluidity, and once any kind of effort is into that throw, they all break down, and that's just the nature of the way they play the sport.
A lot's been made about people falling down the rankings. Michael Smith, for instance, Gabriel Clements as well. Seems a strange thing to say. Dimitri van den Bergh won the Open earlier this year, but is his form becoming a little bit of a worry?
He's been very up and down this season. Won a Players' Championship event in the middle of the year when there was a lot of chat about the Belgian World Cup team and a supposed feud between Mike de Decker, Kim Huybrechts and Dimitri, and he didn't want to comment after he'd won that final against Matt Campbell. But yes, he won the UK Open. At that point you're thinking Dimitri's going to have a great season, but with the 2 wins aside, it's been very ordinary. So with him outside the top 16 now because of a loss of ranking money in this tournament, he's in the same boat as, say, a Gabe Clemens, who's outside the top 32 now. Smith is outside the top 16 like Dimitri, and they've got to start from scratch.
And when Dimitri won that UK Open, some of his tactics were questionable in the final against Luke Humphries, and a lot of people felt it left a bit of a bad taste in one's mouth. It certainly did with me. I thought it was awful. I really did. It just didn't sit right for me, and the backlash from that probably put him back 3 or 4 months.
Interesting. Right, tonight, 3 crackers. Poor old Robert Owen. Thought when he won in round 1, he told us he was 99% sure he was keeping his card. Nico warned him otherwise. He won in round 2, thought he was going to keep his card. Jeffrey de Graaf's win earlier over Paulo Nebreda means that Robert Owen has to win tonight to have any, and he could win and still not keep it, but if he wins tonight, he's got a chance.
We all went through this with Nico a few years ago, and it was the perfect storm, not for my power. It was just what could go wrong, went wrong, who could win, shouldn't have won, but did win, and that's where Robert Owen is right now. With Jeffrey de Graaf winning, that means he has to win tonight, and that adds extra pressure against a player in Ricky Evans, who's, I'm not convinced, because I've seen all this before from Ricky over the years, but listen, he beat Gordon Maffers 3-2, right? And that, again, that was a bit flattering. Then he's beat Chizzy, and you know, it went all the way to a 6-5 last leg, tie-break leg. He got away with that. I'm convinced with Evans.
A lot was made about his comments about being one of the... What do you say? There are not 16 better players than me in the world, which I think raised your eyebrows. He's clearly, his agent has clearly got him a mind coach. I think that's the route they're going down, that he's got to think more positively if he's going to become better. It's not just as easy as that, is it?
Yeah, I think his agent is the mind coach. It reeks of Matt Ward.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen all this before from all of the players that Matt Ward has under his umbrella. But listen, I don't want to be harsh or over dramatic. Listen, Ricky Evans is a talented guy. That isn't even up for debate. But use Luke Humphries as your perfect example of what you've got to do to become an elite player. If you dedicate, apply yourself, and give yourself every opportunity with the best version of you can be, you'll get my respect. When you don't do that, I'm not having it.
If this whole tactic of Ricky Evans of talking himself up a bit more, if it works, I'll be the first person to congratulate him. But if you look at the way that the greatest players have succeeded over the last 25 to 30 years, they all have commonalities. Hard work, selflessness when it comes to doing their media, but when it comes to going on the stage, selfishness. Just these things that you have to be able to do. Look at Callan Ridge, for instance, today. He's had a torrid personal time of it the last couple of years. He said to himself, I'm not going to be a good player until I sort that out. He went and sorted it out. With Ricky Evans, he said, I need to lose weight, I need to go and work on my work ethic. We thought at the start of the year he was going to do that. I just don't see it.
No, you're right, man. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. And listen, he could have gone out first round to Gigi. Gigi was all over him in stages. But I'm fed up with hearing this from, oh, I'm doing this. Not from Ricky. It's nothing personal against Ricky. He is talented. He's got a massive amounts of ability. But hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. And he don't work hard. He makes excuses. Oh, there's no one for me to practice with. Me and Nico would drive 3-4 hours to get a practice session in with somebody.
Okay, fair enough. Right, we need to move on because the action is coming in the next few minutes. So before the night gets going, let's get the very latest odds with our friends at William Hill.
In the Zone on talkSPORT 2 with William Hill. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Yeah, welcome along. Chris Mason is the odds tonight, so we can't blame anyone at Hills if we get them wrong. Mace, where are you going on the games? We'll start off with the first one.
Yeah,
Evans.
these were the odds when I looked at them. They may well have changed on the William Hill bet on the William Hill site from when I looked at them written down. But Ricky Evans is 4-6 favourite, 6-5 about Robert Owen. I've got this match going the distance. It's 3-2 in terms of head-to-heads in favour of Robert Owen. This year, it's 2-1 in favour of Robert Owen. Yeah, Evans is a favourite. I get that. Their ceiling numbers are so similar, and what I mean by ceiling, their personal best averages: 115.85 for Owen, 114.15 for Ricky Evans. Their averages in this tournament are too similar to separate them, but they both hit lots of 180s. I'm going over 9.5 180s in the match, so if one hits 6 and the other hit 4, that cover it. One's at 8 and one's at 2, it covers it. That's at 4-6. Johnny Clayton against Gerwen Price, head to head. 21-11 to Pricey. It's like literally unbelievable. They haven't played for over a year. This version of Pricey, not quite the version of Pricey that Clayton was running into all the time, but I just think Gezzy's got something in the locker. His seasonal number is 97. Johnny Clayton just shy of 94. Price most 180s, and to win is 10-11, because if he does win, he does hit the most 180s. Humphries against Peter Wright, 1-8. Luke Humphries, 5-1 Peter Wright. I wonder who's been talking nonsense. It ain't Luke Humphries, is it? And Luke has won 5 of their last 6. We can't get involved in any of that 1-8 nonsense. We're just not doing it. Luke Humphries minus 2.5 in sets, 4-7. The ACCA pays just over 4-1.
Okay, good stuff. Just a quick word on the opening game, just to build on what you said. The boosted odds with William Hill tonight. Ricky Evans over 4 180s. Ricky Evans over 2 checkouts. Over 2 checkouts over 99 is 11-2.
Yeah, and that's a massive possibility, because this match isn't going to be over in 4 sets. It's not going to be over in 5 sets. Whoever wins this is going to be 4-2, 4-3, because they're both very similar players and they both got similar ability, in my opinion.
I think one of the reasons why William Hill have gone for that bet is because Ricky Evans has played 10 sets of darts. One of them was 11 legs, and he's still only got 3 ton plus checkouts, his highest being 126.
Okay,
so
there you go. Voice of reason.
He might need a long match to get that going.
Where are you going? One word answer: Clayton or Price?
Clayton.
Yeah, me too. We're taking Mason on that one. Those were the very latest odds with William Hill. 18 plus, begambleaware.org.
In the Zone on talkSPORT 2 with William Hill. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Yeah, please gamble responsibly. If you are getting involved tonight, some great action on the way. Yeah, you're outnumbered, Mace. Nico and Wilson going for Johnny Clayton.
I'm big enough and got enough money to take you both on, I think.
Okay, fair enough.
So, get your 50p's out, boys.
Yeah, that's a low from the first round, I think.
Listen, I get why you're picking Clayton. My worry about Clayton, listen, both of these guys have been involved in 2 of the 3 last leg shootouts, and they've both been put through the ringer. And this may come down to fitness. It may well come down to who's got more legs left in them. And listen, for me, that would be Gezi Price, although against Joe Cullen, he looked out on his feet.
Well, we mentioned at the top of the show a bit of a war of words between Luke Humphries and Peter Wright. Wright, the two-time former champion, has said he's going to smash Luke Humphries. Nico, what do you make of that?
And Littler.
Did he say it about Luke Littler as well?
Yeah, he said he'll do them both.
Well, it's not out of character for Peter to do this, to try and do, well, I'd have to say Ricky Evans. He's talking himself up. I think a lot of us didn't even talk about Peter in the lead up to this one, respectfully, because he's a 2-time world champion. He's one of the greatest players we've ever seen. That is not up for debate. We look at numbers, we look at form, we look at all sorts of different things to figure out who can win the next match on the block. He's now going up against the world number 1, the best player in the world, by over £1 million in the order of merit. This is not a game where if Peter wins, he goes to world number 1. He won't even be in the top 10 in the world. So we go on likelihoods. But in the past, Peter has said, I'm going to smash Van Gerwen, I'm going to smash such and such. And this is just part of how he talks himself up. I've got no problem with it, but I think what Humphries was doing, it wasn't so much a war of words. It's been built up as that. I think Humphries laughed it off as if to say,
he did.
Peter's just being Peter. We'll go up there, we'll respect each other, we'll have a good game.
Yeah, well, let's take away opinion. Let's go on some recency bias. Their last 30 competitive matches, 92 Peter Wright's averaging, 99 Luke Humphries. Who's won all the titles in the last 12 months? It's nonsense. It's not. If he did it to me, he'd get me to bite, and it would work.
Well, Humphries has been asked about it, and he has responded. He's
not bit. He's not bit. There's a big difference to getting involved in a war of words, as like the press would love it to be. Luke staffed it off and said, "Look, that's Peter. He's not going to get under my skin. We know he's talking nonsense. We know he's talking nonsense, but we don't write and clickbait about it. We know it's absolute tosh."
I remember when I had a somewhat war of words with Phil Taylor, and I said I didn't care who I played next. They're all on the hit list. And when I beat Phil Taylor, I didn't say a word to him after I shook his hand. He said I was disrespectful. And do you know what he did in a supposed war of words? He went to the newspapers, and I thought, you chicken.
Yeah.
Didn't say it to my face. And I thought, well, if you want to do it that way, we'll sort it out on the board. And we did, in about 6 weeks after at the European Championship, and we were absolutely fine. Because if you have just a little bit of time between supposed war of words, dart players understand the press have got a duty to build a match up, but when it's up there will be respect.
It's like two fighters. Like they'll pretend that there's this big war going on behind the scenes. There's nothing but respect. But what Peter does, he actually means it and believes it. You know, all the stuff I said over the years, it's like...
I'm going to say, I think it's Mark Wilson and the Bother Boys tonight.
Do you know what? There's another thing as well. I don't think Peter Wright said that. I think Snakebite said that.
His alter ego.
Wowzers. What does Humphries win by then, in your opinion?
4-0, 4-1.
4-0, 4-1.
Absolutely smokes his boots.
4-2.
4-2. A little bit more leeway from
That's
Nico.
Nice of you, Nico.
We are awaiting the players out. Mace will be back.
You've always been a
games
generous soul, though, pal.
2 and 3. You can watch along on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube page. Lots of you doing that. All we ask is you like and subscribe as well to the channel. All the interviews will be there with all tonight's winners. That'll be up there later on. But who will you be hearing from? That is the big question. Just quickly run you down the last 16 ties as we have them. We've got one more spot to play for. Luke Humphries takes on Peter Wright tonight. Stephen Bunting, Luke Woodhouse. Luke Littler against Ryan Joyce. Ricardo Pietrezco against Nathan Aspinall. Kevin Dukes against Chris Dobie, Johnny Clayton against Gerwen Price, Michael Van Gerwen against Jeffrey de Graaf, and Callum Ridzer-Waite's the winner of Ricky Evans, Robert Owen. Mace, there's some really good ties there. There are also some names in there maybe we wouldn't have expected at this stage.
No, and we wouldn't, and that's credit to them. They've found their way through, and listen, it's not your responsibility to worry how well your opponent plays. What's your responsibility is to turn up here the best version of yourself, and a lot of guys have done that, and a lot of players have fallen by the wayside because of multiple reasons. Michael Smith defending 400, and that was in his head. He never got rid of that. He will reboot, reset. He'll come back a better player in 2025.
Good stuff. Mason will be with us for games 2 and 3 tonight. But first up, it is going to be rapid Ricky Evans against Robert Owen, who needs to win to have any chance of retaining his tour card. Welcome along wherever you're watching around the world on the YouTube channel. John McDonnell just made his way onto stage. Will it be a defining night in the life of Ricky Evans, or will it be Robert Owen who takes out the big prize tonight and goes through to the last 16 here tomorrow? All set for the action. It's all live on talkSPORT 2. Let's join John McDonnell.
Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. Third round action of the Paddy Power World Darts Championship, brought to you by the Professional Darts Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the thousands joining us live and the millions joining us around the world, it's time to meet the players from South Wales into the third round in his second year. And challenge tour winner, ladies and gentlemen, Robert Owen, semi-finalist, taking part in his 10th World Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the fastest player in the world. It's rapid Ricky Evans.
Robert Owen, as it stands, will lose his tour card unless he wins tonight. And even then, if de Graaf goes on to beat Michael Van Gerwen, he'd have to win one more. It always seems it's one more for Robert Owen. Well, tonight could be his night. Welcome along, everyone who's watching around the world on YouTube. Thanks for joining us on the talkSPORT Darts YouTube channel. Please like and subscribe. Over on talkSPORT right now, Derby 0, Leeds 0. Point will take Leeds to the top of the championship. And earlier on it ended. West Ham 0, Liverpool 5. Liverpool extending their lead at the top of the Premier League. To come from the footballing world tomorrow night. What a game we've got to round off the footballing year. What a year it's been on the talkSPORT network. Manchester United against Newcastle. You'll have that on tomorrow, Nico, when you're not on the darts. You'll
Absolutely.
be watching on YouTube, listening on the app. You'll be doing everything. Good lad. That is live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Can't wait for that. Don't forget tomorrow, double header of darts again. The last darts of 2024 will be here. 6 more games from the 4th round of the PDC World Darts Championship. Who are you going for, Evans or Owen?
Rob Owen.
Yeah, I think the neutral has seen what he's done. He wasn't supposed to be here, as you said. He got a late invitation. It's a race to 4 for a place in the last 16. Now, we're laughing here. Anyone who's watching on YouTube will have just seen the look on Nico's face, because Nico came out with the most bizarre stat earlier on. What was it?
It's unbelievable. I don't even know how I stumbled on this. I just started looking at numbers in a report that I was sent this afternoon. In 1,210 darts thrown by both of these players in this tournament, neither had a bounce out, and we get one in the second dart of the match.
Yeah, Evans with a throw. First to 3 legs to win a set. He's on 3-2-5. 2 steady tons for Robert Owen, who's down to 3-0-1. Well, they won't be hanging around, that is for sure. Owen a little bit more sedate than Ricky Evans, but it still makes for a good tempo to the game.
Well, I don't know if the ever-popular Ricky Evans is a fan of Taylor, but when it comes to darts, he's definitely a Swiftie. Walking out to Madonna. That's new. That's not new. That's his 12th 180 of the tournament. And it's a great start for Ricky Evans.
Yeah, that was an awkward-looking dart from Robert Owen. Went into the board at an unfortunate angle. 81 scored. He's down to 120. Evans on 87 then for the opening leg of the match.
Single 17. 20 for double 5. Splits the double 5 in half to lead 5. Owen on 120.
Needs a treble. He's just underneath the treble bed. Gets it. So Tops for a breaker throw in the opening leg of the match, and he clips the bottom wire of Tops.
This place is loud tonight. How's Ricky's double 2? Pinpoint. Signals 5 to his manager Matt Ward, who is sitting in the crowd, and I'm not holding Ricky Evans responsible for walking out to Madonna. His manager Matt Ward is fully responsible. All of his players, he picks their walk-on music, and they've all got something in common. They're all very anthemic.
42.
Ton for Owen, start of leg 2, race to 4 sets for a place in the last 16. Not many get the chance to say they've been that far in the World Darts Championship. An opportunity knocks as a rapid 1-2-1 from Evans.
Well, Ricky's never been to the last 16 before. He's been to this stage 5 times before. He's lost to Mervyn King in 2014. That was by 4 sets to 2. He lost to Jamie Caven 2 years later by 4 sets to 0. Then in 2020 and 2021, he lost to Michael van Gerwen by 4 sets to 0 twice. One of those occasions he averaged over 100. And then last year he lost at this stage to Daryl Gurney by 4 sets to 2.
Well, Richard Owen has just hit 26 to really open the door for Evans here. Owen's on a bogey. Evans from 202 is smashing in. Missed the ball on the outer ball, hit single 7 to leave himself on 75. Owen here is hitting and hoping from 180. Good start to the visit. Is that in? I think it could be. So a steady ton 40 to leave Tops, but Evans for a break, 75 needed.
Treble 17 the target once again, doesn't get it. So it's going to be 18 for Tops. Last start right in the middle, a double 20. And Robert Owen, all he can do is stand at his table, sip some water and appreciate a brilliant check out from Ricky Evans, who's taken 32 darts to take the first 2 legs of the night.
Yeah, only 59 now at the start of leg 3. Evans knows he holds either in this leg or the 5th leg of this set. He will win the opening set of the match. You're right about the crowd, Nico. It is getting to the serious point of this tournament now, and the fans are getting louder and louder. Still not a ticket to be had for love nor money wherever you are, however much money you've got.
People have asked.
All they can ask.
The answer is a stock one. Nothing left. Simple as that. If you want to come, tough. Listen to what on talkSPORT 2.
82.
Well done, company man. Like it. 2-0 to Evans, who's on 260 again. For Owen, he's just erred the wrong side of the wire a couple of times.
Now, this is a nice position for Ricky as Ali Pali goes a little silent for a second. A breather. Well, there you go. Ricky just gets them back off their chairs. If he scores a lot of 180s tonight, the fans are going to do a lot of squats going up and down. 80 points separate Ricky from a perfect first set.
Yeah, this for a 3-0 win of the first set. Single 20, so he needs another. He just moves along the hockey of fractions. Got to go high. Does. Tops he needs. There's a hole that he's hit previously right in the middle of the bed. Can he hit it again? No, he can't. So a set dart has been and gone.
You have not won a set until you get the last double in. Robert Owen has 78 to make it 2-1. And he gets 78 in 2. Little bit of defiance there from Stack Attack, which I really like. If I was going to send a message to everybody in this audience tonight, it would be this. Understand the situation that both of these guys are in and give them the respect they deserve. Because one man's career is on the line. One man's first visit to the last 16 is also on the line. Same goes for Rob Owen, though. But we don't want the crowd to influence to the point where it gets disrespectful. This is the biggest game of Rob Owen's career.
Yeah, agreed. Well said. You're live on talkSPORT 2. You might be watching along on the talkSPORT Darts channel as well. Oh, bounce out for Ricky Evans.
Strike 2.
He still gets 120, so it could have been worse. You've jinxed him. Wait till I tell him.
All right, I'll take the hit on that one, but no more than 2.
We've had 2. We haven't even played the first set yet. You're no longer called the asset, you're called the jinx.
That's quite a good nickname, that. I quite like it.
161 for Owen. Doesn't have to go. Evans on 222. Oh, I couldn't have been any closer to the treble. He'd love one in.
60.
Well, that is as near as 60 to a 180 as you're going to get.
He shouldn't have gone for the 60 with the last dart. Should have gone for the bull to try and guarantee a 2-darter. This way, he's still on a 3-darter, but it is 101 for 2-2. Big 3 leaves 98. Second darter's a treble 20, double 19. He's a double 3 next door. Oh boy. Leaves himself on 32 if Evans misses 126.
It was a width of a wire away, but he's hit the treble. A single leaves him a shot at the bullseye for the set. And Evans is right on point. Owen had a dart to level up the match. It was the width of a wire away. Evans steps in and takes out the opening set. It's all to play for here at the Alexandra Palace, opening game of the night. And it's rapid Ricky Evans, who's off to a fast start. He leads Robert Owen by 1-0. Okay. Ricky Evans has got the night off to a flying start. He took out the opening set against Robert Owen, race to 4. Evans leads 1-0. Winner of this one will take on Callan Ridds in the Les 16 tomorrow. Also to come up tonight, the small matter of Johnny Clayton against Gerwen Price, and the defending champion Luke Humphries takes on the 2-time former champion Peter Wright. Over on talkSPORT, Leeds have a 1-0 lead at Derby going into injury time there. Leeds going back to the top of the championship. As it stands, Mark Wilson alongside Paul the Asset Nicholson here at the Alexandra Palace. Nico, good start for Ricky Evans. Robert Owen there could have levelled it 2-2. He didn't. Evans steps in with that 1-2-6.
Yeah, good first set, that. Average of 95.03 for Evans, 60% in his doubles, very efficient. And ending the set with a nice exclamation point on the bullseye with his second 126th finish of the tournament. With a couple of maxes in there as well, a little bit of everything. Well, apart from a 140. Hasn't got one yet. Didn't need one. Won the set by 3 legs to 1. Very, very good. With the darts. Stack attack must come back now.
Yeah, must hold on here. Race to 4 sets, of course. Big 5 for the stack attack and a bounce out. That's it. He is officially now the jinx. How many thousand darts? Not a bounce out. Nicholson gets involved. They're all over the floor.
57.
What have you got to say for yourself?
I am absolutely for this now. I have not come across a black cat today, but how I came across that start was serendipitous. But fair play to Rob Owen. He has a bounce out in his first visit. His second one's a maximum. His first of the contest.
125.
256 Owen, 319 for Ricky Evans, and Owen is in the red bit again. He nods his head. He fancied another one. He didn't quite deliver, but not bad.
Yeah, Rob likes a good scrap. He's from South Wales, so it's a very South Walian night. 3 of the first 4 players tonight are from South Wales. Treble 20 for Rob, and a single 16. Look at a top throw, 116. Clips the underside wire of tops, not for the first time tonight, but Evans way back on 260.
Yeah, needs a treble. Well, he found the ball, that will do him. Takes him down to the big fish. Double 10 for Owen then, first set of set 2, first leg of set 2 even. Ooh, well wide, opening 2. Those weren't the best 3 darts he'll throw tonight.
No, they weren't. Sights were off on that one. Big fish time for Evans. Nah, big 5 with the first one. Shots off.
44.
Only 44. Called by referee Kirk Bevins. Double 10 this time for Rob. It's closer, but it's still a centimetre away. Second dart. There it is. And a reassuring wink from Stack Attack, who was named as such because of the way he stacks his darts in the board on top of each other.
I thought you were going to say the way he stacks them on the floor when they bounce out of the board, but we'll move on from that.
That would be a great nickname for someone who turned pro at darts, who used to work at a supermarket during the night stacking cans of soup.
137 Evans is
64.
Followed up by 64. Gets him down to 300. Owen on 4-2-1. You're live on talkSPORT 2 tonight. Huge night of darts ahead. Huge day tomorrow as well. By the end of tomorrow, we will know our final 8.
I think Evans tonight is looking at this game like a final, because when you've never been somewhere before, you want to make it, and then you make the game that can get you there. That's your final. And then you relax because you think, I've already done better than I ever have, so now I can just relax and see what happens. But when you've played 2, 3, 4 games in a tournament and you keep winning, you get into good habits, and you keep those good habits going.
123. Ricky requires 60.
1-2-3 scored by Owen to get down to 1-4-3. Evans on 60, wants 20 for tops to level up the second set. Way off. And then wires double 10. 4-3 then for an outside look for Owen.
It is an outside shot. Very, very difficult 1-4-3s. Too high on the treble 20 twice. Goes for cover and is too low on the treble 19. So leaves 84. Evans back for 10s himself this time. And just like Owen in the previous leg, he takes it with his second visit. This time with the first start. It's 1-1 in the second set.
Yeah, you are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations. 100 for Owen. Ooh, Evans just paused a moment there. Hits the ton as well. What was the problem there?
Yeah, I think the second dart came out of his hand so late that he was lurching after it with his body to try and save the shot, and he found himself in a bit of an awkward position. So disappointed with the dart, disappointed with the ton in the end, but he won't be disappointed with this. Well, he might be, because the last 5, well, so the 5 on the last dart gave him only 1-2-5 instead of something better than that.
Yeah, Owen is in the red bit, working his way right to left. And another maximum for the Welshman, who's down to a finish of 1-2-1.
Only 60 for Evans, leaves him on 2-1-6. Lumbered again outside the finishing zone by 46 points. 1-2-1 for Owen. He's got the option of bullseye with the last start, but he's not going to do it. He's going to leave tops, which was the right thing to do, even though he's booed for it.
No, of course it was. Although Evans could be pretty handy when he comes back. Turned down to 116. Owen's had a couple of darts at this, and he's missed it short both times, but only a mil short. Can he get this one in? Yes, he can. Nice holder throw. It's 2-1 in the second set. Evans leads 1-0.
Owen's only in his second World Championship here at Ali Pali. Last year he was eliminated in the first round. This time around he's won 2 games and played very well against Neil Zonneveld and Gabe Clemens. 83. So with Clemens going outside the top 32 in the world, he's got Robert Owen to blame for that, because he was thoroughly outplayed by the Welshman. Evans on 420 before those. As a result of 101, he's now on 319.
45.
Only 45 here. Look, he doesn't have to win it on this leg, Robert Owen, but he would like the opportunity to do it. Otherwise, he's going to be throwing for the leg and the set, and it's one of those awful legs that it's 2-0 or 1-1.
Correct. That's set play for you. That's why everybody loves it at the end of every calendar year, and particularly at the start of every year, because that's what we do. We bridge every year where we crown the first world champion in sport every calendar year. 80 left for Evans. Owen back on 3-1-3, and it looks more likely it's going to have to be leg 5.
Yeah, it's going to go to a decider, you would feel. Evans has got 6 darts for 80. I want to deal with it here and now. Treble 20 leaves double 10. Single 10. Now he looks across. He won't bust the score, will he?
72.
No, of course he won't. He tightens it up and goes to leave 8.
I think that shows confidence, because if you're feeling edgy and you've got 10 left and you go for a single 2, you can bust it either side and have to go back to 80. This way he's got 3 at double 4 because of his courage. Just on the outside, clipping the wire. He thought it was in. Gives us a little bit of a wiggle because he knew he was going to hit it with dart 2. More confidence from the man who was so well known in darts, he even had his own caricature painted on the back of his shirt just to make sure people knew.
2-2 in the second set. Only 60 for Owen. Evans, you feel, is going to pounce upon that. Just drags his first dart short. Comes for cover, doesn't find it. So Owen breathes a sigh of relief. His 60 followed by a 58. What do I make of the Evans wiggle?
I really don't know.
I must admit, I'm not too bothered about seeing it again, if I'm honest.
No, it's like a really bad movie. You've seen it. Move on.
Yeah.
96.
Finally poised. 3-4-7 Evans. Owen 3-4-1 is at the board. He's in the red bit. If he can fill it up, if it'll be on a finish, he's nodding his head again. Oh, deflection out. Does get a lot of those deflections, doesn't he, that move his darts half an inch or so?
Absolutely, because his darts go in at an angle that no other dart player in the top 128 in the world do. That's why it's called stack attack. They go in very, very flat. Purple flights, white stems, very uncomplicated. 22-gram dart for Rob Owen, which has got him down to 61 here after 12. This is a really good leg.
It is. 59 for Evans, who's a mile away. Owen, is he going out of ball? Downstairs. Oh, treble 7 leaves tops. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from stack attack. And he says, I'm right here and I'm going nowhere. 1-1 in a race to 4. This could be an absolute stormer to open up the night tonight. What a night to be listening to hashtag darts on the radio on talkSPORT 2. We've got the all-Welsh affair. Price to come against Clayton, and we round off the night Humphries against Wright. But this could be the best of the lot. Going off the stage, Robert Owen stares down the camera and sends a message to home. I'm going nowhere. Evans 1, Owen 1. Cheers, mate.
I'm staying here.
An epic night of darts ahead, and it's got off to a flying start here at the Alexandra Palace. Ricky Evans took out the opening set, but Robert Owen, a man who needs to win to retaining his professional status, hit back to take out the second set. Race to 4 for a place in the last 16. Callan Rydz awaits the winner, who averaged 105 this afternoon, and another outstanding from the man from the northeast. Matt Wilson and Paul Nicholson here at the Palace. Producer Matt and Chris Mason with us tonight as well. Nico, what have you seen?
I've just been looking at some situations in regards to Robert Owen's professional career. Even if he were to lose this match and lose his tour privileges, he can go to qualifying school in stage 2 in January and take it back. But that's something he doesn't want to do. He wants to spend a month with his family and reset for another guaranteed season. Here's the intricate bit about it. If Owen wins this game, he is guaranteed to get his card for next season. That is a fact. He would overtake Karol Sedlacek of the Czech Republic, and Nick Kenny would then be on the bubble. Sedlacek would then lose his card. Here's the thing though, who manages Karol Sedlacek? The same guy that manages Ricky Evans. So effectively what we've got here is Evans trying to do himself a favour, but also his stablemate a favour. He's actually batting for Karol Sedlacek. I am positive that's been something that has been told to Ricky Evans, but he's got to be selfish tonight. It's all about him. It's not about anybody else.
So if Owen does win, when we speak to him after, he'll finally be able to say, that's it, I'm safe. A lot
Correct.
to do, though, before that. And having Evans open up with 140 at the start of set 3, only 30 for Owen. It is 1-1, though. And it is on throw. This is where we should be at this point. Evans with a throw at the start of the 3rd set. And if we do get to 3 sets apiece and 2 legs apiece, it will be a tiebreaker where you've got to win by 2 clear legs.
One of the things that has impressed me about Evans in this tournament is he gets his 3rd bounce out. You're welcome, Ricky. And that one was in the bottom right corner of the 60 and just flopped to the floor. That was very unfortunate indeed. But I've been impressed with the engine of Evans. Even in 5-set matches over the last couple of rounds, he's shown that he can actually improve as a game goes on. That might be something he needs again.
May well be. Went all the way to a last leg shootout with Dave Chisnell. Held his nerve to win. He's on 129. Owen can't leave a finish from 286, but does get it down to 186.
129, and he doesn't have to go over the 19s. Gets a 60. Tries to go for treble 15.
86.
Misses that and also misses the 14, which would have left him on tops, but now he's on 43, and he does have options when he comes back. Owen hits 2 treble 20s, then smiles at his family as if to say, I'm going to leave double 3, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Well, he has left double 3. What can Ricky Evans do about it? He can hit double 16 and take out 43. This is boiling up nicely here.
At the end of that second set, Rob Owen stood his ground in the green exclusion zone on the stage. He pointed to the front a couple times and he said, I am staying right here. I'm going nowhere, he said. He reinforced it. He genuinely believes that tonight is going to be his best night. But he's going to have to dig deep in a format he has never played on this stage. He's never played best of 7 sets.
Owen on 2-6-1, 1 set each. 1-0 Evans leads. The Welsh fans are here in good number.
Well, they were quite fortunate getting tickets for tonight, weren't they? They didn't know who they were going to get when they got their tickets, and they got 3 Welsh players.
Evans on 2-6-2 does the right thing. Now he needs a treble. He switched to 18s, but then it's treble 3, so that is a bit of a damp squib of a visit. 1-2-1 for Owen. Is he going to go? Well, no, he doesn't need to go the treble 17 route, so he's not going to on this occasion. Now he's looking down the board. 59 scored, leaves 62. Not guaranteed more than 1 at a double here.
Yeah, exactly. That's why the bullseye may have called for dart 3.
That's a couple of times you've said that about Owen. Evans back on 1-5-7. Single 10, single 20, double 16 to level up the third set. Bends the inside wire.
It's a tough ask on 1-5-7, but it's on. 57 hit. Second dart 60. Tops! So close. Just underneath. Owen on double 8 and must find it this time.
Yep, to level up the match. Gets it. 1-1 in the third set. 1 set each, race to 4 for a place in the last 16 against Callan Ridge tomorrow. Ricky Evans had done the hard bit there, hadn't he? The treble 19, treble 20, but couldn't get tops.
Yeah, it doesn't get any easier. And Callan Ridge, who has made the quarterfinals here in 2022, he awaits. He's just bossing this tournament. He has the highest tournament average. He's not lost a set in 10 sets. And that's who's lying in wait for whoever wins this one. I assure you right now that Rob Owen and Ricky Evans are not thinking about him yet.
No, plenty to happen before that. Clayton against Price, Humphries against Wright, all to come tonight. Ton for Evans down to 1-2-1. Owen from 3-6-6. He's in a bit of trouble here.
Yeah, just a bit. Even the maximum only gets him to 1-8-6. Speaking of which, that's his 4th maximum. Evans has got 1-2-1 and 6 darts for it. He's going to need the second visit, but it's a perfect layup. Use of the treble 20 and 2 singles to leave 32 when he returns.
Yeah, after 12, Owen here would want 1 treble minimum. Can't quite force it in, so 1-2-6 for him. Should he be back? Evans double 16 for a 2-1 late. Now he needs it again. Double. Oh, it fell out. Did it go in and fall out? Well, he gets it the second time of asking. And Nicholson, the jinx, is single-handedly trying to knock Ricky Evans out of the World Darts Championship here at Alexandra Palace. 2-1 Evans lead in the third set.
I swear it's got nothing to do with me. I have not cast a spell on Ricky Evans. I'm saying that on record on talkSPORT 2. But give him credit. He had 3 darts in hand for 32 points. He hit 2 double 8s with a dart out the board in the middle. Technically a double 8 sandwich. 3-6-5 Evans in leg 4 of set number 3. They will play 2 consecutive sets for the first time here tonight, these two. Owen on 3-0-6. Doesn't want to go behind. But he is a dart behind in this 4th leg.
Yeah. It is on the Evans throw the set, so you would expect Evans to win it, but Owen will want to take him all the way to a 5th and deciding leg in the set if he can. 99 scored, so a narrow lead. 33 points in front. Evans at the hockey now, above and below. Only 60, so advantage now back with Owen, you feel?
Yeah, both players playing to their tournament average. Can someone put in a spurt? 207 for Owen, comes down to 67. That is now a guaranteed shot to see if he can bring us to 2-2 in the third set. Evans gets a ton to leave 80. Two darters both.
Yep, 67 then down the board. Treble 17 not hit, so it'll be 10 for tops for Owen. Tops he needs, one dart in hand for 2-2 and a level game. Fair play, Robert Owen holds his nerve, and we go to a deciding leg. One set apiece. Winner of this leg will go 2-1 up.
Just a really good contest, this. I've said on record before, every now and again you're going to get a match of length like this where they both average in 3 figures. That's great, don't get me wrong, but give me 2 players averaging mid-90s going toe-to-toe in this format. I'll take that every day of the week and twice on Sundays. Just so happens we're getting 3 matches on Sunday tonight.
We are. 305 Evans. Owen at the hockey now is 101 behind, but he's in the red bit. Can he get another one alongside it? No, he can't. Feels like a light visit, that, a ton after that great first start.
He's not switching, Mark. He's not using the board much. He's concentrating on the 60 a lot, even when it's blocked.
Well, Evans hit 73, so again Owen here with a 2 treble visit would be in the ascendancy. He's hit 1. Can he find another one? Yes, he can. Great visit from the Welshman here. He's down to the big fish.
And we've seen 3 of them in the tournament. One of them today from Kevin Dutz. Great 140 from Evans to leave 92, but the Owen 170, it might happen, you know. 2 treble 20s. No bullseye. So now we might lose the set after missing the bull for it.
This will be brutal, but Evans hits the treble, double 16. Clinical. Rapid Ricky Evans hits the target. Robert Owen shakes his head. Ricky Evans is imploring the crowd to make more noise. He leads 2 sets to 1. This is a harsh game at times. Robert Owen misses the ball and loses the set.
That's the way the cookie crumbles. The words of Jim Carrey. Well, this is no laughing matter, especially for Rob Owen, who is now 2 sets to 1 down. And people ask me very often about Ricky Evans. Why does he not play that well on the floor? Because you don't get noise like that on the floor. Imagine if there was.
Yeah, both players been good on the finishing. Evans 47%, 8 from 17. 40% for Owen, 6 from 15. It's 2 sets to 1. Back on the Owen throw here. Nice 140 gets him down to 201. Evans on 375.
Well, I'll be astonished, Mark, if at the end of January the 3rd we do not have the best overall percentage of finishing in a World Championship, because the numbers we've been seeing are simply off the charts. Yesterday afternoon, 52% for the afternoon. I've never seen that before.
Owen down to 61 after 12. And this to go in front in set 4. Again, he hits treble 7 for tops. He did this earlier on, and he's done it again. Great finishing. 1 leg up in the 4th set.
He's obviously got a game plan of leaving double top whenever he can, which is very good when he's hitting it the way he is. 4-4-1 after a trebleless visit from Evans at the start of leg number 2 in set 4. Owen taking charge already. I love the fact that he's soaked up the disappointment of set 3, and he's just drawn a line under it and said, right, let's start set 4, let's win that and move on. You've got to be a great set player when you come to a World Championship, and in this tournament Robert Owen has shown us that he can play this format very, very well.
Yeah, I almost feel he's feeding off the crowd, and they're not for him, they're for Ricky Evans, a majority of them, but I think Owen is feeding off that. I think he feels it's him against the world and he's going to take them on.
Essentially, some players like that.
Well, you said he hadn't switched enough. He went the 18s, got 7 of them there to get down to 182. Evans on his own throw hits 140 to get to 144, but Owen with a good visit here would be favourite for the leg.
Yeah, this is a coin flip situation here. 182 is coming down. 80 with the first 2 for Rob Owen. Only a ton, so it's still a coin flip. Evans on 144. First start, just above the 60, so the shot is off. How small will it be? Maybe not small enough.
No, 82 for a breaker throw to go 2-0 up in the 4th set. Bull LaRue hits the outer ball, so 17. He's just checking his score. Perfectly entitled to do that. 17 leaves tops for a 2-0 lead. Again, he's just under the wire.
Evans on 84. His 2-dart kills have been really good. It's going to have to be 3 darts, and the last at the bullseye.
59.
Hits the green, but not in the hole.
Double 10 for Owen for a break of throw. Oh, moves the wire. What can he see of the 10s? Inside it, double 5. Big dart this. And again, he kisses the wire. That's 4 darts he's had to break the throw here.
That stings. This might sting some more. 25 for Evans. Hit in 2. 988. Like it was regulation. I promise you, on that stage, hitting a 25 checkout is not easy. But Ricky made it look easy and sound easy on talkSPORT 2.
Yeah, welcome along. You are listening to coverage of the PDC World Darts Championship with Village Hotels. Dine out, stay, work out and play this festive season at one of 33 cracking UK locations. Welcome along those on YouTube as well. Plenty of comments on there. Feel free to join in. Hashtag Darts on the Radio if you're getting involved in other social media. And if you are watching on YouTube, or even if you're not, please like and subscribe to talkSPORT Darts YouTube page. All the interviews with all the players will be hearing from one of these. Whoever gets through tonight will be up there. You'll be able to watch the interview later on as well.
Yeah, we had a really nice interview with Callan Ridds this afternoon. Great to get his feelings after another blistering win against Dimitri van den Berg.
I think Robert Owen is potentially in a bit of trouble here. I think losing that last leg has just given Ricky Evans a little bit of impetus. He feels that Owen is wobbling a little bit here. 2-2-4 Evans, 2-8-1 Owen.
Yes, Rob, take Mark's advice. Might want to start unwobbling, but that's another wobble. Only 44 leaves 2-3-7. Evans against the darts is better off at 4.
Treble 3 doesn't help, but does it treble 19? He's down to 138. 2-3-7 Owen here. Gets 80, so he's on a finish. How low will it be? 137. Evans with the advantage.
Treble 19. And again for double 12. He's at double 9. Next door. Not for the first time in this match. Somebody's left on double 3.
Well, at least he didn't bust. 137 needed a treble to start the combo. 76 scored. 61 left. Confirmed by Kirk Bevins, our referee. Again, it's treble 7. That's 3 times he's gone for that, and 3 times he's hit it. Can Evans break on double 3?
That was a brilliant layup. That's a brilliant dart and a double. And that's a break of throw for Ricky as he points directly with his right hand at the double 3 he's just hit. Showing a lot of exuberance tonight is Evans. He looks maybe more ready to be in the last 16 than ever before.
Reminder, should Robert Owen lose tonight, he will lose his tour card. He said defiantly he'll be going to Q-School whatever the outcome of this run here at the Worlds, but it's a run that really deserves a little bit more than he may end up getting tonight.
Oh, I agree. I've been in his situation. It's a horrible thing when someone says, oh, you got your card, you're safe, and then all of a sudden you hear mutterings. Actually, no, you don't. All of the things that could have conspired against a winning Robert Owen in this tournament have happened. So when Jeffrey de Graaf won this afternoon, he knew exactly what he had to do, and that's beat this man in yellow, black, pink, blue, and all of the other colours on his shirt.
Yeah, a lot of pink in there. It's the red, grey and white for Owen. Well, Evans here is on 290, and Owen with that 140 is down to 161. So he's going to get a chance to break straight back here. But Evans is piling in the red bit. 140 back, so Owen first look at 161.
He'd love to take it, give him confidence for the next leg, but he's going to start with a 1. That doesn't help. Big 20. Crowd hushed here with a great last dart from Owen. Cuts his score down by half to 80. Evans on 150 for the set. Gets the first 60, but not the second one.
Are you surprised he didn't go the 19s route like he did in the last set there?
I am.
Last leg. 80 then for a break back. He's right in the middle of treble 20. Double 10. Not being good. He's not been good down here, and he's not good again. And 2 darts to break, and that's darts he's missed now in 2 of the 4 legs in this set, and it might cost him the 4th set. 2-1 Evans leads, needs 66 for 3-1.
Biggest shot of the match. Evans on double 18 to win the set. He's missed 2 in the top right corner. The Evans contingent couldn't watch that. Now Rob Owen gets the order of the crowd. Edges double 10 on the right. Second dart is left. Double 5 is huge. He's found it. That is a brilliant double 5 to make it 2-2 in set 4.
And now he's got the throw to level up the match. That was a massive period in this game.
If he goes 3-1 down, winning the last 3 sets, it would take a heroic act to do that. But now he can equalise, but only if he wins this 5th leg of the 4th set. It's almost as if all 3,500 fans here at Ali Pali know the importance of this game for both players. It's got a feeling of a final.
Well, it could be final. It could be the final ever time we see Robert Owen as a professional player. He opened up with 26. Evans only went 46, but Owen here is a bag of nerves at the start of the set. 26 and 45. Disastrous for Owen, who is throwing to level up the match at 2-2. One good Evans visit here could change the context of this game, but again, trebleless.
It's very edgy, but edgy darts is entertaining darts. Who's going to get the first treble of the leg? Not Robert Owen. He's on 370 after 9 darts. We have seen people on nothing after 9 in this tournament.
What can Evans do? Again, no, it's like somebody's taken the trebles off the board. Where have they gone? Who's going to find one? Now Owen is in. He'd love another one. Only a ton, but gets him down to 270. He's a dart and a bit in front.
Evans, what can he do in response? Still hasn't got a treble. Remarkable. 279 after 12. Plays 270 for Owen. He's bringing it down. He's got 2 trebles. He gets a 3rd. Maximum number 5 leaves him on 90 to win a vital 4th set. And Evans is starting to get frustrated with this leg.
Well, what are you doing, he says. He's doing what he was doing before, but they're just not going in. 90 then to level it up at 2 sets each. Went for the outer bull. Well, he went for the bull, hit the outer bull. So is he going to go again? 65 left. Evans not on a finish, so what should he do here?
Treble 11's the play here, because if you get the bull and leaves 15, things could get really bad. Go treble 11, Rob. Or treble 15, I like that play a lot. The single 15 and the single 10 means he's on a primary double when he comes back. I applaud that board management. Really good thinking.
Well, Ricky Evans, I think you could give him 6 darts at this. He won't have a chance. He's down to 170 for the set, but Owen is first in. Tops for a level game here on talkSPORT 2. Just under 10. Not being kind, but it's this time. Fair play to Robert Owen. Looked like he was going to lose that 4th set, but he breaks back and holds his nerve. You get the feeling this one could be going deep into the North London night. Ricky Evans shakes his head, can't believe it. Had a great chance to go 3-1 up. Missed 2 darts to go 3 sets to 1 in front. It's all level in a race to 4. Plenty more darts to come from the Alexandra Palace. It's Ricky Evans 2, Robert Owen 2. Okay.
How many hours a day do you tend to practice, Michael?
Depends, but minimum 2 hours, 2.5 hours a day. Wow. You need to. Yeah, but so, not all the day. Sometimes I also have a family at home, but when you train, you have to train intensely on the right targets. You know what I mean? There's no point just throwing to the dartboard. You need to set yourself certain targets to make sure you're going to be a better player.
Do you have a coach? Do you ever have anybody kind of look at the way you're throwing?
Coach is a big word, but I speak a lot with Vincent van der Voort. He's a very good friend of me. He's knowledge about. He's been on the tour for a long time, and we speak a lot. Yeah,
oh, interesting.
It's a bit different, isn't it? Because I think when you look at it, you think, right, lads just go up, throw darts.
Yeah, but
obviously it's much better than that. But then just to see the tweaks that you have to change, I think he's somewhat for the average person doesn't understand that.
No, small pieces can be a massive impact on darts. You know what I mean? And for us, that's really important, and especially around the World Championship, You want to work on it. You want to turn up as good as possible.
Yeah.
They never made. You don't want to blame yourself for not doing something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have to do everything to perform as good as possible.
So I was going to say quarterfinals for you last year, wasn't it, Michael?
Disaster.
Yeah.
Disaster. How can I lost that? After that, he didn't win the game anymore.
Yeah. He lost to Luke Humphries next, didn't he? I think. Yeah.
Last year, I was in good shape. I played really well up till that game. Out of the blue, I didn't perform well. But that happened to me too often in the last 2 years. There, I played some couple of good games and then a big drop. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes you can't always find the answer, but at least you need to try to find one. That makes it a lot easier for yourself.
You've inspired a lot of people in Holland, and you've won the championship 3 times. And of course, we had Barney. So, is it big in Holland? The actual
live?
Of course,
I'd imagine it would be. Everything is live on television, so that's good.
Championship, and we are in the last 32. It's the final game of the last 32 tonight. Ricky Evans taking on Robert Owen. They've shared the opening 4 sets. 2-2 it is here in a race to 4. Coming up after this one, Johnny Clayton takes on Gerwen Price in the round of 16, and we round off the night with the defending champion Luke Humphries taking on the 2-time former winner Peter Wright. Elsewhere today, Liverpool beat West Ham by 5-0 to strengthen their lead at the top of the Premier League. And Leeds are back top of the Championship. They beat Derby by 1-0 over on talkSPORT this evening as well. Mark Wilson and Paul Nicholson with you for the remainder of this game. Race to 4. Who's going to win it? 2-2. Both players will feel it could have, maybe should have been a different scoreline.
Yeah, I think Evans left the stage after set 4 thinking, why didn't I finish that set off when I was 2-1 up? Owen did really well to come back into it. But what we can't ignore, it is the output of Evans of 73.68 in that 4th set. Predominantly that average, it was diving at the end because he just couldn't find the treble in that 5th leg. Having said that, Owen was having similar trouble until he found his range with about visit number 5. But when you were talking about the football results there, Mark, I just wonder if it's an omen for Luke Humphries. Leeds going back to the top of the Championship, and Humphries is, of course, a Leeds United fan.
He is indeed. He'll be a very happy man. He'll be even happier if he wins here tonight. We'll find out later on this evening. Mason will be calling that one home. 2-2 here. Robert Owen steely determined. Ricky Evans bamboozled. What happened to all the trebles at the end of that 4th set? He couldn't buy one for love or money. Race to 4 then. Callan Ridge waits. S16 tomorrow. Looking forward to what should be another amazing day of darts. But before we get there, we've got an amazing night of darts to come. Clayton against Gerwen Price and Humphries against Wright to come. This may well end up being the best game of the night.
It could be. There's every likelihood that it could be, as we are now best of 3 sets. But just to entice to our regulars to darts on the radio, tomorrow is the 12-month anniversary since that Luke Humphries-Joe Cullen match. That was the last game of last year, and it was one of the best ones. That's the kind of stuff we're going to deliver on talkSPORT 2 come tomorrow. Maybe even tonight.
Yep, all level at 2-2. Average is 92.68, 87.48 for Evans. But nothing in the scores, although only 41 for Owen there. I'll be disappointed. He's down to 360, Evans on 305.
When you start a set with a couple of scruffy visits, you need to reach into your pocket and just pull out a little bit of Roy Keane. You just want a little bit of quality. And Evans is getting a little bit of quality here. 9 darts thrown on 165. Doesn't matter that he's on a bogey number. He's doing the right thing by keeping the lead. That is a wonderful 125. Treble 19 and a treble 16 at the end. Good ball management on tops after 12.
Yeah. 260 for Owen, unless he gets a treble. Oh, he does. Last start right in the bottom corner. Tops then for Evans to nudge back in front. Start of set 5, just over the top. Should be a good marker, wasn't. Double 10. Nicely tidied up in the end. Evans leads at the start of set 5 by a leg to nil.
Evans comes from a darting family. Played a lot of his amateur darts at the Burton Latimer Club in Northamptonshire, not far from where he lives. His sister Alicia has been a good county player. His parents have been players. It's very much a darting family. And some of them are actually in the audience tonight.
Plenty of Robert Owen's family are here, hoping he can get the win he needs to seal his professional status. He's got it in his own hands at the moment. Only 101 in front on his own throw. Evans blocking the treble 20 bed and then pulls his last start wildly into the 4, aiming at 18s.
I actually believe that the youngest member of the Owen family is in the audience. Can't be more than 6 or 7 months old with earmuffs on. Make of that what you will.
What, the big Gerwen Price fan?
Maybe. Well, if Price doesn't like the fans tonight, you can always ask for them.
He could. It is a bit loud in here. You'd want your youngster to have some ear defenders on. It can get very boisterous here. Owen on 2-4-1, hits 140. It's not always the prettiest of throw, is it, from Owen, but it's quite often effective.
79.
101 for Rob then. He's got 6 darts for it. Starts with a big 19, so 82 left with 2 and a central bullseye till he double 16. That was very pretty. Yes, he doesn't have the prettiest throw in world darts, but boy, was that 101 effective.
That ball went right in the middle. There'll be a little mark for someone else to aim at in this game. Great finish from Owen. 1-1 in the 5th. It's 2-2 in sets. Race to 4 here.
I'm getting this sense, Mark, that both players are going to get a match dart in this one. It's going to feel like Dutz Ratajski from this afternoon. You thought Ratajski's going to win this, then all of a sudden things changed. It's like a front of weather came in and you think, oh, things are getting stormy. This one's already stormy.
Yeah, Owen just having trouble finding a treble. Evans at the hockey on 350 and Max would leave him on a finish, and that's exactly what he gets.
And he's on a darting albatross. 350 and 6 darts, the highest 6-dart conversion. Owen gets a max to lead 202. But does Evans get the 170 off the back of the max? The answer is no. But what he does get is a very effective 1 treble visit with 96 scored, 74 left when he comes back with Owen tapping him on the shoulder. 2 treble 20s. And a small 12. He went for the bullseye again on 82, but had to settle for the 12 to leave 70.
74 then to go back in front. Treble 14, double 60. Nicely done. Nicely done, Ricky Evans. 2-1 up in the 5th set.
His 2-dart kills, I've said it once already, but his 2-dart kills are very, very good in this game. It is a strength of his because when he's in rhythm and his release point is hitting that sweet spot that he wants, and he's not lurching too far forward on that 3rd dart, he can take out those shots with ease. That 74 looked easy for 2-1 in the 5th.
It did. And he's slightly in front of Owen here, but Owen hits back with a 140 to get down to 301. Evans on 405. Evans needs one of the next 2 legs to go 3 sets to 2 in front.
Evans very smartly here has left a mid-leg number that if he hits a max, he can still leave a finish. That's what you've got to do after 6 darts these days. Still give yourself the chance of a 12, even if you aren't going to get it, like Ricky isn't, because only 60 there.
And also, if you are on a finish, it puts more pressure on your opponent.
Precisely. Just make sure you're leaving 3-4-7, 3-4-4. Don't leave 3-4-3, like Michael van Gerwen did last night. He actually paid the penalty for that.
Well, Evans is in the red bit. Comes down for cover 99. He's down to 188. Oh, in 141 then. Can't find the treble to start the combination. He'd love just 1 dart in the red bit. Well, he came down for cover. 59 scored.
This set is almost like a carbon copy of the last one. Owen 2-1 down and now has to hit 82 out with 3 darts. Otherwise, there'll be 3 sets to 2 down.
He will. Went for the ball, so it's 17 for Tops. Hits the single. Tops for 2-2 in a level game. This is getting very, very good now. The finishing of the highest order there from both players. Brilliant. It's all level, and once again we're in a last leg shootout to win the 5th set. It's 2-2.
We have a Desmond game. 2-2 in sets. 2-2 in legs. And a ton to start for Owen. This is nervy stuff when Korea's a new territory on the line. This is turning into the biggest game of their careers. Never mind just Robert Owen.
Yeah. Oh, Robert Owen in treble 1. Hasn't been there for a while. Only 43. The door was ajar. Evans had left him a chance. Evans 3-6-2. He's at big 1. Beautiful adjustment. Only 81 though. So again, Owen at the hockey here. 2 treble visit. Could swing the game in his favour.
This could be huge, this leg, because if Owen can nick it, he will have the darts in the next set. If Ricky Evans retains the throw, Owen has to break after holding. He's under all sorts of pressure before a dart is thrown, but it will get worse if he doesn't win this leg. 2-3-3 Owen, 2-2-2 for Evans, who's got 2 little ducks everywhere you look. 140 from Robert Owen. That is a monstrous 140 there. And he's had loads, 19 in the game.
He's going to get a shot at 93 to win the set and go in front for the first time tonight in sets. Single 19. Can't find treble 14. So Evans now, who took out 1-2-6 earlier on, needs 1-2-2, and this would hurt.
Perish the thought. 4 18s. There's 1. Doesn't get any more. So Owen's on top to go 3 sets to 2 up.
Takes a drink of his water. Wipes his hands on the top of his trousers. Evans can only look. Tops for Owen. He gets it. He punches the air. The Welsh dragon roars in him. The crowd don't like it. But I tell you what, this man is playing for his livelihood, and he is producing some outstanding darts, some outstanding finishing, and this is bottle above and beyond what you'd expect.
Absolutely right. Well put, Mark. What he's shown over the last 5 sets is incredible patience, immense focus. He showed passion at the end of set 5, looking directly at his family. The fans want Ricky Evans to win. They might not even know the plight of Owen's career, but the key thing now is that Owen maintains the patience, maintains the focus, maintains the passion, and he must not react to anybody in the crowd, otherwise it will get worse. Play the set, win the match. Your career only starts right now in the last 16 of the World Championship as well.
Yeah, and Callan Ridge tomorrow, and then you're talking life-changing money if you get to the quarter-final, 50,000 if you're a quarter-finalist.
In 18 months of playing the Motor Super Series, before he got his card, that's what Robert Owen won. 50 grand in 18 months. He could win 50 grand in a tournament. He's on 161 here. Misses the treble 17. Third dart is a small 20 to leave 64. Evans is flagging.
Oh, he is, but a good visit here will get him back in it, but only 85. Another puff of the chinks from the Englishman. 64. Was it single 8? That's not a good dart, because he said that's not a good dart for me. Can he get the 16? No, he can't. Well, he's lucky that Evans is on a bogey here, because he's made a right old mess of that.
Yeah, Evans made a real mess of the last visit. He went for a 20 on 182. Silly, silly Ricky. And now Owen's on tops. And predominantly in this match, he's been mustered on it.
Well, he has. He's not been so good down on double 10. Tops to go in front of the start of the 6th leg. He gets it again. 3-2 in sets he leads. He might be 2 legs away from keeping his tour card.
It can't be that easy, can it? Evans is definitely flagging now, averaging 79, albeit in a leg and a bit in this set, but that is a pattern that we're starting to see here. A couple of sets ago he averaged 73. I said his engine wasn't up for debate, but maybe his tournament engine is starting to puff a bit of smoke. Once again, he's on 404 after 6. Owen is just chipping away. Only 60 for him. 341 points for the Welshman. Evans of Kettering, good friend of snooker world champion Kyron Wilson. Looking at the 60 now, and he is really starting to struggle with his grip. He's looked at his hand as if to say, it's perspiring, it's maybe a little bit too hot. You've just got to roll with it, you've got to figure it out.
Yeah, surprised he's not got a towel to wipe his face here. I mean, he is sweating profusely at the moment. And look, if you under the lights, it's hard.
If you haven't got a towel on that stage, when 9 times before, as in 9 different championships, then you're a fool, because you know you should take one.
Well, Evans on throw is on 2-2-3. 85 for Owen. That last start just drifts the wrong side of the wire. 1-5-6. He has a finish, albeit a big one, but Evans is coming back. We'll need 1-2-3 unless Owen can put a blockbuster 1-5-6 here.
Hit this and don't celebrate. That's the key. There's the 60. Can he get another? He does. Double 18. Misses it high. It was a good effort.
That's the first dart he's missed. The last 5 darts he's had at a double, he's hit them all. And is it going to be crucial? Because Evans is going to get a chance here at the ball, and he misses the ball. Misses the ball. Owen for 2-0 to move within 1 of the match. To move within 1 of being a professional darts player in 2025. He gets double 18. This is a show of guts and determination, and like Nico said, no big celebration, just to look over to his family to say, I'm nearly there.
Don't engage, Rob. If he had a caddy or a coach uttering words at him right now, I know he knows that he's close, but the thing is, you're not over the line until you hit that final double. Maintain focus. He's got the darts in leg 3. He might even need them in leg 5 of this set. He's hoping that he doesn't.
Well, it's like the old gladiators. He's got to the top of the travelator, but can he hang on and pull himself over the top? 3-6-7. He leads 3 sets to 2, 2 legs to 0. Look, whether he wins or loses from here, Robert Owen has shown character that deserves the utmost.
Absolutely. Ricky Evans has been in the last 32 5 times before and lost out every time. He's never ever been to a 7th set in those previous 5 visits. And he's 2-0 down in set 6 here. Owen had a bad visit last time. He nods after that. Treble 20, and that one. And that one. That is 180, number 7 of the contest for the Welshman, who is now 143 points away from the last 16 of the championship.
Can he do it here and now? Doesn't need to, but the shot is on. Oh, the shot is on. Double 16 to save his career, and he's just inside it. But he'll be back. He will be back, Robert Owen.
And he's on the double that won last year's tournament. Evans, an ironic look at the board. It's only 85, and the towel has been thrown in. But Owen has still got a job to do.
Double 8. Courage beyond comprehension here. Double 8 to save his tour card. Double 4. Oh, he's bent the wire of both. One more dart. This time he gets it. And there is not one flicker of emotion. There's a little wry smile on his face. Ricky Evans acknowledges what Robert Owen has just achieved. A warm embrace between the two. Robert Owen has acted with absolute class and dignity. He was behind 1-0 and 2-1. He got it level at 2-2. And now the tears come. Tears of pride, tears of joy. His young family is here. What a moment for them. What a moment for Robert Owen. He stands alone in tears. He is now guaranteed to be on the PDC Tour next year. He's in floods of tears. We'll hear from him. You'll see it on the talkSPORT YouTube darts channel. He can't believe what he's done, Paul Nicholson. That was an absolute monumental performance. When your livelihood is on the line, he had to go and win it, and he went and won it.
He had to win it. He has gone and done it. As you've said, the fact remains that he has pulled out probably the 3 best wins of his career in the last week. Well done to him. He has been to the semi-final of the UK Open before in 2018, a tournament that was overshadowed by weather conditions and withdrawals, but he still made it. But making the last 16 of this championship that far outweighs anything he's ever done, in my opinion. He's a hero to himself. Tonight in the first match, it's Wales 1, England 0. And we're about to get another Welshman through as well.
We are indeed. Johnny Clayton against Gerwen Price to come. We'll hear from Robert Owen shortly on the talkSPORT 2